morning, y'all. It is day 63. I'm pretty sure. Um, I keep getting confused, so I look at my last video to see. But I know for sure it is September 7th. And today I should be getting into Massachusetts. Oh, my light's on. Let me turn that off. Which is crazy because I started July 7th. And August 7th, I got into New Hampshire. And today, September 7th, I should be getting into Massachusetts, which is awesome. Let me see. It was pretty cold last night. It did rain a little bit, but not too bad. But it's definitely not as cold as it was yesterday. And let's see what else. I think I have like 22 miles to North Adams, which means I think I only have like 15 or 16 miles to the Massachusetts border, which is pretty awesome. I love Vermont. Vermont's beautiful, but man, it's been really muddy here. And it's been raining, a good bit here, which I don't know. I don't like the rain, I'm not going to lie. And the cold rain is just the worst, in my opinion. But anyways, gosh, what else do I have to say? Oh, man. I'm trying to think of stuff to say. I'm running out of stuff to say. I'm just joking. I never run out of stuff to say. Yeah, so last night, this camp spot is really cool. It's just this little stealth camp spot on this, like, mediocre lookout. Like I said last night, I think we need to chop some trees to make the lookout a little bit better. But of course, I'm joking. I don't want to chop trees. I love trees. I'm a giant tree hugger. So yeah, it's about 6:20 right now. And I'm pretty much packed up. I'm just going to finish my carnation shake. And then I get to hiking southbound, of course. So I'll get back to y'all when I get on the trail. All right. Hey y'all, so I made it to Route 9. So this road that you see behind me, it goes into Bennington. And that's where I was going to duck out if my knees were still bothering me, but they're not. So now I have a climb up to Harmon Hill. It's 1.8 miles and it looks like a beast of a climb. I remember in 2016 coming down this thing and thinking, man, that's a gnarly climb. But going up northbound out of here too is a gnarly climb. I remember that for sure. So when I was coming down, I was like, yep, because it was pretty steep coming down. Yeah, so I met some people down there that were camping. Were talking to me, and they said they were Sobo, but I had never met them before, and they definitely looked. I don't know. I don't know if they were through hikers or not because I had never seen them before, and they just looked. I don't know. Like I said, I I don't know. I'm not trying to be judgmental, but they just looked sketchy, and that's all I can say. Um, so I didn't really stop and talk with them too long. And the truth is, honestly, I really am. I just don't want to meet any new southbounders. I want to, like I said, I just want to do my own thing. And when I meet a group of people and I get involved with them, that separation thing, I don't like it. I'd rather just hike on my own. And if I run into the people I've met already, that's awesome. And if not, then not. But so yeah, so right now I'm getting ready to do this climb, and I'll get back with y'all. All right. Hey y'all. So I made it to Harmon Hill, made it on top of it. Let me see, I've hiked 7.6 miles and it's only 10:15. So I'm doing a lot better than I did yesterday. And that climb, the first half of the climb coming up here was brutal. It was straight up. But you know, I'm feeling good today, and I don't know. I had to stop a few times, but other than that, it wasn't like killing me or nothing. So anyways, when I was talking earlier about that group of Sobos I saw down there, I was warned about there's two groups. One was that couple that I met. I already met them in Andover, and I saw them again in Gorham, and they're just yellow blazing, and they're probably way up ahead now. But they're like supposedly not even hiking, and they just kind of are a little sketchy. Like someone was telling me that to watch your stuff around them, which I'm so tired of having to do that. But anyways, there's this other group, and it's like 5 dudes and 1 girl, and they're Sobos, and supposedly they yellow blaze a lot. Like from what I understand, they skipped almost all of the presidentials, a bunch of Maine, and everyone's like, oh, you'll always see them in town or near a road crossing. So I was at that road crossing, and it was 2 dudes and a girl, and there were like 5 tents. So I'm assuming 2 people were still in their tents, and I just right away was like, oh damn, that's that group. And that group, definitely, people were telling me they are definitely like not cool and super sketchy, and they're just yellow blazing. And then this guy was like, I think it might have been Tumblr telling me, he's like, oh, this one guy will always say brother, brother, brother all the time. And the dude who was talking to me, he kept saying, hey brother, what's up brother? Yeah man, we're Sobo too brother, we're going the same way brother. And he kept saying it, and so right away I was like, oh damn, that must be that group everyone was telling me about. So I'm just really trying to stay away from those sketchy groups, and I just wish they would stay out of here. um I hate posers, I really do. I just can't stand them. You know, they want all the prosperity of being a thru hiker and all the, you know, the joys and stuff without doing the hard work, and it burns me up, I'm not gonna lie. And I just have no tolerance for them, and I don't think I need to have any tolerance for them. So I'm definitely staying away, and I don't know for sure if that's that group, but I mean, it all added up. So that's why I said that earlier. It wasn't just because I looked at them and was like, oh, they're sketchy. They were right across the road. I was afraid they would hear me, so I was waiting to tell y'all about it when I got up here. But anyways, there's an awesome view over there. I'm going to go check that view out. I'm going to get back to hiking, and I'll get back with y'all. All right. Hey y'all, so I made it to Congdon Shelter. I think that's how you say it. Congdon Shelter. And let me see, I've hiked 10.1 miles from my campsite so far, and it's only 10 past 11. So I'm making pretty good time, and there's been a few tough climbs, but for the most part, not a lot of climbs. But the trail is like super rocky and rooty, kind of like Maine. So it's not the easiest trail to make fast pace on. So I'm doing pretty good today, I have to say. My knee's still not bothering me. Cross my fingers. And yeah, so it's funny. I passed this northbound couple. I just passed them, and they were just leaving the shelter. They said, they were like, oh yeah, we got a late start. And they were hiking like 1 mile per hour. I'm not even kidding. And I mean, they still have 550 hard miles to get to Katahdin before, I think they cut it off like mid-October. I think they give through hikers a little bit of extra time if the conditions aren't bad. But if the conditions deteriorate, they're going to have to flop. But honestly, I have more respect for these northbounders who try to get as close as they can before they decide that they're gonna do a flop. Like opposed to the ones who are like in Virginia going, well, I don't think we're gonna make it. Maybe we should just go up to Katahdin and flip. And that's what they sound like. I swear they sound like that. They have that voice. I'm just joking. Oh man, I know I'm being bad today. I can't, my horns are sprouting, I think. Oh man, I gotta do something about that. But anyways, let me think. Yeah, I'm just surprised no one's at the shelter. There's usually always tons of people here. Oh, let me see, what else? Oh yeah, that's another thing. That couple, they were listening to like political radio, not with headphones, and I could hear it, and you could tell it was the same old thing that the MSM, Trump bad, Trump bad, Trump bad, Orange man bad, Trump bad. And I'm not saying Trump's good or bad. I'm just saying when you pass someone and you hear it like 4 times, I don't know, there might be some kind of propaganda going on there. That's all I'm saying. I'm not getting into the political thing because I hate politics, and I really wish I didn't have to listen to that crap when I walk by someone. And I can't imagine someone through hiking listening to probably NPR just all day long. I mean, I don't know, but he should wear headphones for sure. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to sit right there, and I'm going to eat. I'm going to get some water, and I am going to secretly judge people in my head. Just joking. I don't judge people. I really don't. And I'm going to get to hiking. And I'll get back with y'all. All right. Hey y'all. So I was just at the power lines, as you saw, eating lunch, eating my spam sickle, and I had a goo too because I have done 15 and a half miles so far, and the Massachusetts border is like 4.8 miles from here. So that means, and I'm getting to that border today. So that means it's going to be a 20 plus mile day today. So I looked in the comments and I thought I remember there being camping by that sign, but none of the comments mention it, and you think they would. But there was a comment that said there was a stealth spot south of the sign. So I think I'm going to try to hit that for sure. And there's water right before it, so I'll just get the water, hike to that sign, and then I think it'll be another just 4 miles into, well, I was going into North Adams, and I looked at the comments for North Adams, and there's really no lodging in North Adams. There's another town called Williamstown, I think that's what it's called, just west of there, like 4 miles. I think North Adams is like 2 miles east, or it might just be 2 miles before. I'm not sure. Either way, they said there was lots of lodging in that Williamstown, like, and they said that the Howard Johnson's was the best deal. So that's probably what I'm gonna look for. I heard hitchhiking's just no one picks you up there, so I may have to try to find a ride, maybe like Lyft or something. And yeah, but man, I am tired already. But I'm determined to get to that sign today because it is the 7th and I have to get there today. And plus, I mean, I have plenty of time to get there, so there's no reason not to. What else? Oh, yeah, I've seen like 6 northbounders today, which is crazy. I mean, I would not think there were still northbounders. I mean, they just hit Vermont today, these northbounders. So, I don't know. It's crazy. I did not think I would still see northbounders. And what else? Let me think. I don't think there's anything else to talk about. Yeah, so I'm going to take a little break here, get back to hiking, and I'll get back with y'all. All right. Hey y'all. So here's the deal. Point 4 that way, up that way is the Massachusetts border. Only point 4. I'm still in Vermont here. But so I read the comments at the border. There's no mentioning of camping, which if there was camping there, they would mention it. There'd be some comments. And there was one comment that said, I think I remember seeing a stealth spot south of here for a small tent. So, I mean, it's a gamble. So I'm at this brook. This brook is point 4 north of the border. It's the last place to get water. The next place is, I think, 4.2 down at this tent site. And I've hiked 19.7 miles so far, which it's funny because the border will be 20.1. But the thing is there's no mention of camping. And, I don't know, it's a gamble, to go up there. And if I go up there and there's no camping, then I'm going to have to go to that tent place. The problem is it's almost 5 o'clock. I am beat. I mean, it's been a rough day. It's been a hard day. It's crazy. I didn't even do 20 miles. I mean, almost 19.7. I think it's my biggest day so far. But man, I am whooped. I'm just carrying too much food. I gotta do something about all this food I'm carrying. But anyway, so I got a bunch of water at that brook, and I came up here, and there's this camp spot, and it just right back there is the super flat spot, and it's just a cool little spot. And you can see there's a fire ring and some wood. I mean, I could have a fire. I don't know. There's enough wood around here for sure. Just do a little fire while I'm editing my video. So I just figured this is a safe bet. What's another, I don't know, half mile? I don't even know where that stealth spot would be, or if it's even there, because it was an old posting. So I'm just going to stay here. No big deal. It would have been cool if I got to the Massachusetts border on the 7th, but who cares, really? Um, this is just a safe spot. And I think I have like 4.5 miles to get down to the parking where I'm going to go. I guess I'm going to go into Williamston because that's where I heard there's a Howard Johnson's that's kind of affordable, um, or not super expensive. And hopefully the Wi-Fi is decent, or around town I can use my mobile data. So that's what I think. I'll just get up early again, and then should get down there pretty quick. It's just all down from there, after that initial climb up to the border. And I should get there early, and then hopefully figure out, oh dang, there's some kind of caterpillar crawling on my neck. Sorry about that. uh, and get there early, and hopefully I can figure out a ride into town or something, because like I said, I heard there's bad hitchhiking. So anyways, yeah, I'm gonna settle for this. It's nice and no big deal. I'm not worried about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up my camp, get all my stuff ready, and I'll get back with y'all. All right, y'all. This is my home for the night. And this is what the camp spot looks like. It's not an official camp spot, but there are some spots around here, and there's some on the other side too. All right, y'all. Got my barbecue salmon and Cheeto taco ready, and I'm gonna fold it, put it in my mouth, and let it go in my tummy. So, by the way, I know it's been a while. I think it was even in New Hampshire, my first day in New Hampshire. I didn't have the spoon, and there were some people who were concerned I didn't have a spoon. I think even one of the comments was, "For the love of God, man, just get a spoon." And then there were some other comments like, "A spoon? Why don't you have a spoon? Just get a spoon." Stuff like that. So, I wanted y'all who were concerned to know I got a spoon. I got this spoon, what was that last town I was in? Rutland? Was that the last town I was in? No, it was Manchester. Yeah, so I got this spoon at the McDonald's. And not only did I get this one spoon, but I got a second spoon that's backup in my food bag. So for all y'all who were concerned, spoon problem solved. Hey y'all. So I'm going to end it for today. Let's see, where did I start? I started at that Outlook, that little stealth spot, and I hiked a little bit and then all the way down to the road that went into Bennington. And then I climbed all the way back up that gnarly climb. And then I kind of just was on this ridge, but it was a roller coaster all day long. Lots of ups, lots of downs. mostly ups. But I pulled off 19.7, and I still got to camp at, it was by 5, and that's the time I like to get at camp. Um, that's kind of how I am, you know. I think I think if I wasn't doing these videos, I might push it to 6. But the truth is I really like camping. I like hanging out at camp for a little bit. Um, that's kind of my thing. That's why I love backpacking so much. So I usually always will stop at least by 6 and just enjoy the camp spot for a little bit. And, just chill out and hang out and eat and stuff like that. But anyways, I know I said I was determined to get to that border today, but like I said, this camp spot is just amazing. It's a beautiful camp spot, has a lot of good energy. There are some pesky chipmunks running around, so I have to leave a little bit of a peanut butter offering for them. That's kind of my thing I have with chipmunks. We have an understanding, I leave them a little bit of peanut butter. They leave my food alone, don't come near my camp. Yeah, so, it's cool. We have that kind of a understanding. But, let me see. Oh, yeah. So I know I said maybe some controversial stuff a little bit earlier, but, don't hold it against me, It's just, I was just, being the devil's advocate, And, because nowadays, if you say something political, you know, you run the risk of losing half your subscribers or whatever not. But the truth is, I'm just really, you can ask anyone, I'm not a political person. That's why I like being out here. I can't even tell you what's going on nowadays, and I really don't care. But let me think. Yeah, it's just, today was a beautiful day. Beautiful. The sun was out. It was still a little cool, but not near as windy. It warmed up for a little bit, so it was a beautiful day. It looked like it was going to rain for a little bit earlier, but it didn't. But I don't know. I'm going to seal my tent up just in case it does rain overnight like it did last night. And what else? I know there's more stuff to talk about, but I can't really think of it right now. And plus, I think I've been going on for a while now. But anyways, yeah, tomorrow for sure I will get to Massachusetts, and I'll just have one last night in Vermont. So yeah, it ends really well, and yeah, I'm happy with everything about today, and I think I'm gonna go back in there, crawl in my tent, and start a new movie tonight, and I will talk with y'all in the morning. All right.